Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming tonight. I would like to call the meeting to order, regular session. Do I have a second?
Yes.
Yes, second. Okay. Okay, good. We're going to invite our students and teachers up for a performance. Thank you.
So at this time, we'll actually come down to the front row so that we can see and hear them. We'll give them a minute to get into the right spot, and then we'll need a minute to move. So I'll come out front. All right, so while our student performers get set up, we are very excited to welcome them. If you don't know me, my name is Dr. Joe. I'm the superintendent of the school district, and I'm a former music teacher. So I always love when we have singers join us. Feel free to just move into all your spots here. I personally think that music, theater, and visual arts are some of the most important things that our students can do. It helps build teamwork, it helps build creativity, just the ability to work together. And for anyone who's ever been on the stage, it helps build courage. So there's an awful lot that goes into these performances. So we're extremely grateful to their teachers who prepared them tonight, and we're also extremely grateful to the students for being here to perform. As you know, Bourne has a really rich tradition of the performing and visual arts. We're very lucky for such a small school district to have such amazing programming, and we're proud of them every day. So after you hear not only the national anthem, which is always one of my favorites and an extremely difficult song to sing, by the way, we'll also have, I believe, another selection. So I'll give this microphone to our teachers so they can introduce it. And then after that, we'll have our student accolades and awards. So our students in Bourne Public Schools have collectively and individually won an awful lot of awards just this school year. We have certificates of excellence on behalf of the district and the school committee to give out to them. And then, as I said, we'll take a short break to get on with the rest of our school committee meeting. So at this point in time, we always open our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you would stand, please, and face the flag. And join me, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Too. Oh, there we go. That was amazing. Please be seated. And we're going to hear another selection, but before we do, I really want to thank the educators who are here tonight supporting the students. In the back, Or maybe back there now is Mr. Burke, our theater educator. So thank him for his support tonight. 3 brand new music educators to Bourne Public Schools. This is their first year in Bourne Public Schools, all 3 of them. And we have Mr. Baird. Let's hear it for him. We have Ms. Hofford. Thanks for coming out there. McGovern. I know so many Katies. Miss McGovern as well. Thank you. All right, I'm handing it off to them for our next selection.
Thank you to the school committee, Mr. Joe, Dr. Joe, and Miss Borning for inviting us to perform for you. We are members of BIS Chorus 5th grade with the BMS Select Choir and BHS Choir.
March was Music in Our Schools Month, and we are so excited to showcase some of the things we have been working on here in the Bourne Public Schools.
Music not only lifts people up but connects people, offers a safe place for people to be creative, and creates a shared sense of unity.
We Won't Stop Dreaming is an inspiring song about finding yourself at an important moment of your life and taking action that will allow you to fulfill your dreams.
Please enjoy We Won't Stop Dreaming, written by Pink Zebra.
Like any good performance, there are set changes, so bear with us for a second.
Hi, everybody, again. I don't know about you, but I got a little teary-eyed. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much to the students and the music teachers. That was so nice. So I'd like to ask at this moment if we have any public comments or anything. No? Okay. All right, great. Reports and presentations. Day on the Hill. We're going to do that now? Okay, all right. All right, we had the great opportunity this week to attend the Day on the Hill at the State House. This is an amazing legislative advocacy event for the school committee and superintendents around, is it all of Massachusetts? Yes, all of Massachusetts for MASC. We listened to some presentations from prominent representatives who support our schools. What I loved the most was the tour of the State House. It was absolutely beautiful. I had never been in that building before. The architecture is absolutely stunning. And speaking with Representative Vieira, we spoke with him. We sat and had lunch with him, so that was really interesting. And we shared a lot of information about our school with him. And Senator Fernandez, Assistant Zach Crowley, we met with him. And Senator Dylan Fernandez is going to visit at least one of our schools, hopefully in April or May, so that'll be really exciting. We told them all about the pathways, and what else did we tell them? Just everything about our schools, how amazing we are. And I think, Carrie, do you have anything you'd like to say about the Day on the Hill?
Pretty much to reiterate everything that you said, it was good to see, what they do in action, with the Massachusetts Association of School Committees, to hear that their focus is making sure that, all the schools get, their fair share of things, and that seemed to be the main focus, and it was positive, good.
Thank you, Carrie. And one thing I found really interesting, too, was, that building alone, that building alone is just so intimidating to me. And when you walk in, there's just such a presence, when you're in front of all these big people, I guess, for lack of a better word. But every single one of them was so approachable. They listened to everything we had to say. And I was just so excited to see that they're just so approachable. And they were really listening. They weren't just, Not listening. Okay. So April 13th, Cape and Islands legislative breakfast. That's tentative. We're not for sure that it's going to be on the 13th. Correspondence and announcements just about the day on the Hill. The month of the military child is this month. Student advisory report. Michaela Noonan, would you like to come up to the podium? Thank you.
Hello, good evening. All right, so my name is Michaela. I'm a senior at Bourne High School, and I am a representative for the middle school. So I work with Mrs. Laboda on showcasing what's happening at BMS. So I am covering March at the middle school. Starting a little bit, our first note that we wanted to point out was the Chronicles of June, which is the spring play, which, as you just saw, some of the music talent at the middle school. I'm really excited to see the play, and you can see some of the pictures of kids already having a really good time getting that started. I know all of Bourne schools were kind of known for our excellence in the music, which starts out pretty early. Also wanted to take a minute to congratulate the unified basketball team and to thank everybody for supporting them. They had their Jubilee in Duxbury last night, which they won, and it was their last game. So it was a really great season. All the kids had a good time. They worked in partner pairs, and it was very successful. It was a blast. All right, so just highlighting some of the things going on at the middle school right now in the month of March. On the left side, my left, you can see that in the 8th grade classrooms, the science kids were beginning an investigation into heredity with growing some different plants, and those plants just go really fast, so you can see how the traits progress through each generation. And this excited me a lot. I'm a big science nerd, and we've done a lot of science experiments that kind of mirror this at the high school. So we've done experiments with plants in my AP Environmental Science class where we test for different conditions, and obviously learned a lot about heredity. So it was really cool to see this thread continue on. Also, if you're familiar with Pi Day, it is March 14th, it's 3.14, which the students got to celebrate also in their math class by experimenting a little bit, discovering what pi, the number, actually means, what it is by looking with different shapes, measuring circumference, diameter. I remember one of my teachers once brought in mini pies for my math class for Pi Day. So it's always been celebrated, and it's really fun, especially among the math community. Additionally, Mr. Reynolds' class did some hands-on activities with maps and learning geography. Mr. Reynolds is one of my favorite teachers, I can't lie. I had a blast in his classes, still remember those activities today. And you can also see how much fun they have just in STEM at the middle school. 7th grade students learned a bit about gravity and the role that it plays in holding our world and our universe together. And it looks like they had a lot of fun, yeah. Continuing on with this science theme, Miss Lavoie's class experimented with magnetic forces, making a train using the magnetic force to levitate and propel different objects. And in this other picture, we have Steamposium, which was held at the intermediate school just last week, and all of the Bourne schools were invited. I got to participate in it at a table for the high school science classes. I had a ton of fun, and it seemed like the kids did too. So that's a really cool way to interact amongst all the districts and all ages. It's always been a really fun point in the year. All right, we had a Read Happy organization come into the middle school and help promote reading with these really cute homemade tote bags that had a lot of different reading-themed activities. And things to just get the kids excited about literature and growing in that way, which I'm also a huge proponent of. So I love tote bags and I love books. I think it's a pretty good combo. We also had a colorful crazy sock day for World Down Syndrome Day, which was another thread to the high school. We also participated in that, wearing either crazy or mismatched socks. So I love it when our spirit days align, so that's really fun too. Continuing on with March Madness, this is going to be a big theme of the presentation. Students in SAV celebrated March Madness with reading, so they got to do a little competition with books, picking their favorites out of the 16 most checked out books in the library. And then that was just their Monday activity. Tuesday they had trivia, they had Drop Everything and Read, which is Dear, during Win on Wednesday, and then Trailblazing Thursday, which honored Women's History Month. And favorite Friday, they got to share their favorite books with their librarian, Miss Riggle. March Madness also in the other classes, their civic students did a Women in History March Madness event. So they had 64 notable women that made significant impacts throughout history. And they got to do like a presentation where they would learn about each of these women every day. And then they would kind of vote on their favorite maybe. But it was a really good way of integrating, kind of learning about the important role that women have played in this world. And then Senora Gomez and Senora Hogan's Spanish class also did a March Madness called Locura de Marzo, which is March Madness in Spanish. And it was a competition with Latin American songs and getting to listen and watch those during class and then vote on the ones that they were a fan of. And this is a worldwide event that Bourne Middle School participates in, and it's one of 1,500, which is a big number, but for worldwide, I feel like we're pretty special to be participating in that. So that's also a really fun thing. I've always loved Spanish music, and it's been my favorite part of my Spanish classes. All right, bingo night. I was excited about this, getting to talk about it, because I've heard so much about it. I remember it's always been something that the Bourne Middle School has done, and it was extremely successful this year. They raised over $800, which primarily goes to the 6th grade class, particularly in funding Nature's Classroom, which I was the COVID year that missed this. So I am thrilled that there's extra help in getting kids going to this, because I remember how bummed we were to miss it. So I'm very excited for all of them to experience it. And then PTA had a March Madness, so lots of activities, inflatables, lots of treats, other games. And actually, when I was reading about it, it reminded me a lot of our after prom party. So that was pretty exciting for me. A really fun way of involving everybody in the community too. All right, yeah, so that was everything. That went by faster than I thought. But big March Madness theme, a lot of fun going on over there during the long month. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Michaela. Was that just for March or was that for all year? Because that was a big, yeah, those were a lot of events for 30 days. Great job, Michaela. I love your presentation. All right, so moving on to Superintendent's report. Dr. Joe.
Great. So we do have several students who are in the audience. I'm actually going to suggest that we go down to the podium. So students, when your name is called, would you please come across and join us at the podium where we'll pause for a picture, and then you can travel back to your seats. All right? Sound good? All right, so we're going to move down there. And I do want to thank those who came tonight. We normally have this in the media center, but because we had such a big performance, we moved it in here. It's a little awkward in here, but I think we're doing okay. So bear with us. I think this will be better. Do you want me to read the names? And you can do the handshakes. Fantastic. So I'll read the names, then if you want to be over here, handshake. All right, and we do welcome all parent paparazzi as well. So we'll pause for you if you want to do that. So the first group of students are part of the yearbook front and back cover winners. So again, this is Music in Our Schools Month, Youth Art Month, and also Youth Theater Month. It was March, but we figured we were close enough because all of you remember that snow that happened? Right, so the students needed a little more time to practice, so we moved it to the April 1st. So the first person we'll recognize, and I'll pause for a second, if the students are not here, we'll just give them to the principals and they will be awarded them in their schools, okay? All right, so the first person we'd love to recognize for the yearbook cover winner is grade 7 student Madeline Parsons. Let's hear it for her. Congratulations. We hold for Papa Paparazzi, absolutely. All right, in grade 6, our yearbook back cover winner was Anna Drake. Is Anna here tonight? Well done, Anna. We also have some yearbook runners-up who I'm sure had really beautiful designs. And so in grade 7, we have Brooke Cannon. Brooke here. And also in grade 7, we have Dorian Paulette. Congratulations. It's your moment. Well done, Dorian. In grade 6, we have Olivia Robertson. Is Olivia here?
That's okay, take your time.
We can also come to you. Do you want to go at the end? Yeah. And our last BMS yearbook runner-up in grade 8 is Carly Kent. Nice job. The next group of students were selected for the 2026 Junior All Cape Band Workshop. So these are instrumentalists, and I believe there's quite a few of them. So if you're here tonight in grade 7, let's hear it for Bodie Shoemaker. There you go. Nice job. We also have in grade 7, Selena Liu. Congratulations. Nice. In grade 7, we have Leah Bailey. We also have Thomas Pyers. Oh, here he comes. And if I mispronounce your name, please feel free to correct me. Believe me, it happens to me all the time. Good job, Thomas. Congratulations. Great. In grade 6, we have Luca Gomez Bagdonas. In grade 6, we also have Henry Canfield. In grade 6, yep, there we go. In grade 6, we have Trey Butler. Congratulations. Good job, Trey. In grade 6, we also have Rachel Hunt. In grade 7, we have, I might pronounce this wrong, is it Eva Resto? All right, great. I love that spelling, yes. Oh, I like that shirt. Congratulations, Eva. In grade 8, we have Lucas Cordero. We also have Tegan Kauzik. Grade 6, Dominic Allen. Oh, did I skip you, Tegan? I'm sorry. No. All right, we'll do Dominic first, then we'll do you. Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't see you coming down. Great job. Here we go. Come on that way. There we go. Yeah. All right, congrats. Oh, this was a big group. Henry Muner in grade 6. Is Henry here? Love these instrumentalists. And the great thing about instrumentalists is they show up. We see them playing in community band. We see them at all kinds of events. Please keep playing your horns, keep singing. You guys are amazing. All right, in grade 6, we also have Finn Rubel. Finn here. And those are all of our 2026 Junior All Cape Band Workshop instrumentalists. Great job. All right, we're moving right along. We also have, yes, I believe this is the only one, we have one student who not only auditioned for, but got into the 2026 MMEA, which is Massachusetts Music Educators Association, Junior District Music Festival. So in grade 8, congratulations to Ronan Stanton. Way to go, buddy. Great job. Congratulations. Oh, actually, we're going to have you stay up here, bud.
Oh, yes.
Because you start the next group, you get two. Because Ronan and several other students went to the 2026 Junior All Cape Chorus Workshop. So let's also hear it again for Ronan. Thanks. In grade 8, also going to the Junior All Cape Chorus Workshop is Penny Chapralas. Not sure how I did on that, Penny. I'll keep working on it. If it was wrong, come find me. In grade 8, we have Anna Kirby. In grade 8, we have Avery Baxter. In grade 8, we have Rita Kelly. Nice job, Rita. In grade 8, we have Heidi Vanderstay. In grade 7, we have Winnie Wilcox. In grade 7, we have Olivia Tangway. I thought I saw her, yeah. Congrats, Olivia. In grade 7, we have Leah Johannesson. Congrats, Leah. In grade 6, we have Kiara Traver. Love that spirit. In grade 6, we have Mackenzie Drew. Mackenzie coming down? Yep, I thought so. Yeah. Take your time, you're good. Everyone here is here to see you, not us, for what comes next, so it's good. Congratulations. Nice. And lastly, in this group, we have Millie Knox in grade 6. There we go. Coming down. Great. Congrats, Millie. Awesome, great. Whenever anyone asks me, so what instrument do you play? Originally it was trumpet and string bass, but I'm a singer. So all of you choir members, you have my heart. Thanks for coming out tonight, and thanks for doing all of these extra things that will just ultimately make you a better singer and bring so much joy to our schools. So I'm really proud of you all. And especially all of you 7th graders that I just saw. I saw many of you here last night. We're so excited for you to be part of next year's 8th grade chorus and band. And for all of you 8th graders, we cannot wait to also see you up here on this stage as part of our high school. So moving right along, speaking of high school, we have several wonderful groups that also did the high school All Cape Music Festival. So many opportunities. So we'll start with 10th grader Kyla Reiki. I think Kyla's going to stay up here for a little bit as well, because Kyla had a great year. All right. And Kyla, stay up here, please, because you also were selected for the SEMMEA Senior Southeast District Festival. Congratulations. And I saw her on stage for this, and she was also in the MMEA, the Massachusetts Music Educators All-State Festival, which means out of the thousands of singers in the entire state, she was chosen to perform with, I believe it was about 200 other students as part of the most select group in the entire state. Congratulations. And we'll have you back in a little bit for theater, but I'm going to keep that one to the side. Okay. All right, so sticking with music now with chorus, we'd like to bring up another standout, another grade 10 student whose name is Shay Riley for the All Cape Music Festival. Congrats, Shay. All right, well done. We'll do theater in a little bit. Got you, yep. All right. Sticking with All Cape Music Festival, you can see lots of students just like me did all kinds of things. So All Cape Music Festival, grade 11, Abigail Billard. Abigail here. All right, congratulations, Abigail. Continuing with All Cape Music Festival, we have also in grade 10, Alexis Buttrick. Is Alexis here? Alexis was also in the SEMMEA Senior Districts Festival, and she joined Kyla and I believe and Ariana, who we'll talk about next. So congratulations, Alexis. And then last but not least in our choral festivals, we have SEMMEA Senior District Festival, and that's Ariana Traver in grade 11. And Ariana was also in All Cape Music Festival, and I have more All Cape Music Festival certificates here, so congrats, Ariana. All right, so let's welcome up here in grade 10, also for All Cape Music Festival, Lucas Rooney. I figured out the pattern here. Okay. Yep. Congrats. All right. Also, All Cape Music Festival in grade 10. We have a lot of grade 10. Ooh, this is exciting. Cameron Russell. Is Cameron here? Thanks, Cameron. Also in grade 10, All Cape Music Festival, we have Landon Deckers. Landon. Keep my pile straight. All Cape Music Festival, grade 10, Odin Yeary. Congrats, Odin. Wait, let me see if I have any more choral folks. I think we get into MTEG next. All right, so thanks to all of our singers. And now, if you haven't heard, we have also a really amazing theater program here. And they went all the way to states this year. So let's hear a big round of applause for them. So first, we'd like to give the entire cast and crew of Diversion and all of the teachers a big round of applause, which we just gave. And again, a thank you for sharing their live theater with us. We're very proud of you. You made us very proud. All right, so here we go. Lucas Rooney, please come on back up as an MTEG state finalist. Ariana Traver, please come back up because you also received, give me one moment here. She was an MTEG Festival State finalist. She got an Excellence in Acting Award at the preliminary round and an Excellence in Acting Award at the semifinal round. Congrats. Well done. We'd like to welcome back up again Shay Riley. She also received an Excellence in Acting Award at the semifinal round. Great job, Shay. Great job. We'd like to welcome back up Kyla Reiki, who also received an Excellence in Acting Award at the preliminary round. I like the enthusiasm. It's really good. In grade 11, being part of this amazing cast and crew for state finals is, and again, please help me if I pronounce it wrong, Imane Gulli. Close? Help me out later. All right. We also have Bridget Curran. So well done, Bridget. I so enjoyed your performance. Let's welcome up here Kaylee Morrill. Hallie, sorry. This is why I tell people to sit up front. I know. I need my steps. That's all right. Great job. All right. Also in grade 11, Danielle Hassett. Congratulations. In grade 11, Hannah Audette. Sorry about that. Is that from up here? Yes. I'll keep it here. Then it'll be in the right pile. Thank you so much. All right, so again, our cast and crew of Diversion went all the way to state. So we've got, there we go. This is for excellence in costume design at the state and semifinal level. Let's hear it for Keela Rao. And also, Keela also got a Technical Excellence in Costume Design Award at the preliminary level. All 3 rounds. Way to go. Kayla, oh, so sorry. Kayla has 2 because you had preliminary, semis, and states, which is an extremely hard thing to do, so congratulations. All right, we'll see. I'm sure people will cheer for you now, Ryan. So Ryan Washburn, grade 11, Excellence in Acting Award at the preliminary and semifinal. That's right. We represent, that's right. We've got a few more to go, my friends. Here we go. All right, so in grade 11, we'd also like to congratulate Sam Turgis. Sam here. And Abby Smith. Abby here. Winning an Excellence in Acting Award at the state final, we'd like to congratulate Anna Avalar. Your acting was only as superb as that vest. It was really amazing. All right, so earning an Excellence in Sound Design Award at the preliminary and semifinal round, we'd like to congratulate 12th grader Ben Longo. Well done. Let's hear it for 12th grader Isabella Yuri. I've started to learn there might be 2 and 1 here. Okay, so 2 awards here for MTEG state finalist and for excellence. Oh no, these are 2 different people. Sorry, guys. I know you get that a lot. They have the same last name, yes, because they're twins. So in grade 12, as an MTEG Festival State finalist, Madeline Rosengall. Not here. You'll bring it home for her. And additionally, for Excellence in Scenic Design Award at preliminary, semifinal, and state final, Miranda Rosengall. I fixed you up. There you go. And last but not least, for all of our awards tonight, as part of that amazing cast and crew of Diversion, we'd like to welcome up Killian Murray. Let's have a huge round of applause for all of our arts accolades this evening. So at this time, we'll transition back up onto the stage for the rest of the business for this evening. And if you need to get home because it's past your bedtime or something else, please take this opportunity to do so. Thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you. Ryan, can you please stay for our meeting and cheer us on?
I got it. Watch me knock it over there.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I'm going twice for Liz.
So our next reports will be from our principals, and they will tell us about our different district events. While they choose who will go first, I'll tell you that we have a great district event coming up on April 15th. If you are part of a military family, we are going to be celebrating you. So hopefully you've RSVP'd already. If not, just contact anyone at your child's school, and we'll make sure that you can be part of this great event, which is Purple Up Day on April 15th. So I see that we have BIS and BES.
Yes.
We've got a double report.
Yes.
And so please take it away, Ms. Colbert.
Well, thank you. I don't know how. Thank you. I needed that. I don't know how I follow all of that after crying for the chorus singers and now all of the cheers, but thank you. I appreciate both of you. So I am actually here to present for BES. Principal Carpenino couldn't be with us tonight, so I'm going to try to do her justice. With April here, April 2nd, tomorrow night is Light It Up You from 5:30 to 6:30. This is one of BES's favorite nights to celebrate all the amazing ways we are each unique. Staff will be hosting tables such as No Brain is the Same, The Girl Who Thought in Pictures, Draw My Monster, and more. Community partners such as Champions, Best Buddies, Bourne Fire, and police departments will also be there to provide families with resources. On April 7th and 9th is kindergarten registration. They are excited to bring the newest families in and begin to welcome them into the BPS community. We are grateful for Maura Dankert, who runs our parent and coordinated family and community engagement as a liaison to greet our families and meet with parents regarding all of the resources available and answer any questions they may have while staff are working with incoming kindergarten students on their screenings. April 28th is Bus Driver Appreciation Day. This is a great opportunity to recognize the dedication and care our drivers show every day in safely transporting our care and caring for our students. We want to thank them for their kindness, patience, and commitment to help start and end each school day on positive notes. I have to echo that, especially after Monday and getting them all to school safely. And to wrap up April, on April 30th is National Therapy Animal Day. Thank you to Shamrock for the comfort and support you bring to Bourndale. It is also Poem in My Pocket Day, where students can write or share a poem with peers or staff throughout the day. A book nook will be open for students during lunches. Grab a book and enjoy outside in the spring weather. So that wraps up Bourndale in the month of April. For Bourne Intermediate, March was a busy and exciting month for our students at Bourne Intermediate School. A huge thank you goes out to Lisa Dix and our incredible STEAM teachers for organizing an outstanding STEAM Symposium. Their creativity, innovation, and enthusiasm on display were truly impressive, and it was a highlight of the month for both students and staff. And if you were in attendance, I have to say it was, although only my second year, it was absolutely incredible. As we move into April, our students in grades 3 through 5 are wrapping up the ELA MCAS. We could not be prouder of their hard work, focus, and perseverance throughout this process. While April includes a quick but well-deserved vacation break, it is shaping up to be just as full as engaging as March. We are excited to kick things off tonight, actually, ending in one moment, with our first family paint night. We look forward to seeing the amazing artwork that comes out of tonight. I got to peek in as we were leaving, and I was very impressed
And I will say Mrs. Donovan will be thrilled when she sees the outcome. Tomorrow, BIS students will light it up blue in recognition of Autism Awareness Day. Please be sure to join us in wearing your favorite shade of blue. Baseball season is finally here, and with the Boston Red Sox heading to Fenway Park for their home opener on Friday, we invite students to show their spirit by wearing their favorite baseball gear or red and white to support our home team. As we are preparing our 4th and 5th grade students for their transition to Bourne Middle School, we will be hosting a combined town hall on Thursday, April 8th for our 4th and 5th grade students. This is a wonderful opportunity for students to hear from Dr. Joe and current middle school students who will be joining us for our students to ask questions and begin to feel excited and confident about their next journey. Following vacation, our scholars will continue to shine as they take on the Math MCAS in grades 3 through 5, as well as Science and Technology in grade 5 only. And with that, we are looking forward to another fantastic month filled with learning, growth, and community at BIS. So thank you, everybody. Questions? Okay. I appreciate you, Dr. Joe. I'm going to walk around with the sound all tomorrow.
Miss Loboto.
Right.
Sloboda.
You got it. Thank you. All right. All right. So as you could see from Kayla's presentation, March was a busy month at Bourne Middle School, and we were excited to bring in April today. We had some April Fools things happening around the middle school. But starting off, we are also starting MCAS next week, our ELA MCAS, and we are excited to continue a Bourne Middle School tradition started last year by Mrs. Bourning, the BMS MCAS Challenge. So last year, students showed great effort and growth. Any student who met or exceeded expectations and or improved their MCAS score by 5 points or entered into a raffle in recognition of their hard work. That is a total of 225 students at Bourne Middle School across 3 grades. So we're going to hold a school-wide assembly on Monday at 1:45, and we will draw the winners, and they will win a $100 Amazon gift card. So we're hoping that that also brings some momentum into the ELA MCAS, which at Bourne Middle School is starting next Tuesday and Wednesday, April 7th and 8th. We just wrapped up our PBIS Lucky for Life initiative, which also is a tradition at Bourne Middle School. Staff were given raffle tickets, and anytime they caught a student showing our B2B values of being respectful, responsible, and safe, students were given a ticket. They turned those into Ms. Fasoli, who gave them a pot of gold scratch-off for a chance to win a prize. Some of the prizes included homework passes, free gym for their homeroom, a walk with our comfort dog, Shelby, lunch with the principal. So I have 6 students coming to have lunch with me on Friday, and principal for the day. And the student names are displayed on a bulletin board upstairs in one of our hallways. So just one example of how we build a positive school culture by recognizing and celebrating students who are doing the right thing. As you saw tonight with Mr. Bear, we have 12 chorus students going to the Junior All-Cape Chorus Workshop on Thursday, April 16th. They'll venture off to Dennis Yarmouth Middle School, where they'll participate in a day-long festival with students from other middle schools on the Cape. After rehearsing, they'll be conducted by multiple Cape Cod Middle School teachers, then will perform for the DY Middle School at the end of the day. So I am sure they will represent Bourne Middle School beautifully. We are looking forward to a parent information night next week for our rising 5th and 6th grade families. Several of our teachers will be in attendance. We'll provide an overview of the middle school, share what families can expect, and answer any questions that they may have. We'll have small group tours of the building, and there'll be lots of time for Q&A. Purple Up Day, as was mentioned, is April 15th, so we are looking forward to recognizing and honoring our children of military families. And finally, we are also hosting a town hall style meeting on April 17th for our current 7th and 8th grade students who will be transitioning to the high school. Lisa has some BHS students that are coming. Dr. Jill will be there, and it will give students a chance to learn more about the high school experience and ask any questions. So that's what's going on for the middle school in April. Any questions? That's good. Yeah, spring is busy. All right, thank you.
Hello. So as you heard, our METG students performed in Boston and earned lots of awards there. I'd like to recognize Tristan Burke and Sean Silva, who worked with the students on the play. Our drama club is already on to high school musical rehearsals for their performance in May, and we are holding an encore performance for the high school on Monday in Wynn. So we're really excited to bring that to the whole school during their Wynn block on Monday. We had a smooth start to MCAS last week with 10th grade ELA, and we've got math up next in May for 10th grade again. I'd like to thank our students, teachers, counselors, and administrators who participated in the 7th grade Welcome and Transition event last night. The evening was well attended, and we started to share information about the 8th grade at the high school. This month we'll be working on 8th grade schedules. Course registration form will go home. Students will meet with our high school counselors to talk about their scheduling and class options, and the 7th grade teachers will help support the process with recommendations for world language and math. Happy Educational Support Professionals Day to our ESPs. We appreciate all that they do to support our students. Our grades for quarter 3 close on Friday, and report cards will be out next Friday, the 10th. On the 16th, Dr. Joe, Mrs. Strode, Mr. Burke, and I will join our top 5 seniors at the South Coast Conference Academic All-Stars Luncheon, which is taking place at the Century House in Acushnet. Our NHS advisors and students join our other 9 schools in the conference, where we honor each of our students with an award and recognition. And our students were just invited yesterday. The Credit for Life Fair for grades 10 and 11 is taking place on April 17th, which is planned to empower students to be proactive about their financial futures by beginning to develop solid personal finance habits now. Students are able to visit vendor booths with different categories like food, housing, transportation, utilities, luxuries, and more, creating a budget based on a specific career profile and spending plan. Our partners in the fair, Cape Cod 5, will be on site to support the event and would love to have you join us if you are able. That is at 9:30 on the 17th. At the end of April, we're holding our annual mock car crash for the junior class with support from Bourne Police and Bourne Fire, as well as Nickerson Bourne Funeral Home and our students from the drama program. This realistic simulation is aimed at showing the negative outcomes potentially from distracted and/or impaired driving, and serves to arm students with strategies for avoiding both driving while emotional or distracted or under the influence, but also to avoid being a passenger in such a vehicle or helping to support a friend who may be considering driving under those conditions. This comes prior to our junior prom in early May, but also at a time when more students are becoming licensed drivers and experiencing the freedoms of upperclassmen, and we hope they'll remember this important message both this spring and beyond. Thank you.
Dr. McGuire, great job, thank you.
Thank you.
What is our plan for the rising 7th graders for when they get into the school next year with the guidance counselors and things? Are you going to have meetings with each 7th grader, or do you guys have a plan?
So last night was we kicked off with the event for students and their families.
Right, yep. That was...
Our counselors will send home information, and every student will get a sign-up sheet. We'll go and meet with our 7th graders as a full class and explain to them the process and then all of the courses that are available to them for choice, both what they have to take and what they get to choose from. Our counselors will meet with every 7th grader individually one-on-one to go over that sheet, get to start to know them a little bit, and then have that information about their likes and their interests when we bring that over for scheduling. So that will happen in April. We will continue to meet with our 7th graders through the spring. We'll have a step-up event for them. We are right now soliciting, there are applications open for mentors, ambassadors for the high school. And then we'll have a full orientation in August where they'll get their schedule, they'll tour the classrooms, and they'll be able to, they'll be paired by homeroom with their mentors who will not just be there for that event, but they'll be here through the fall and they'll be able to check in on a regular basis. So we have a number of events. We have step-up day, we have an after-school barbecue type event, some social stuff too, some fun things.
Awesome. So by the time they get here, they'll already know everybody.
Absolutely,
I love that. That's
for
such
sure.
a good plan. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Any other questions about the district events from any of the other school committee members? Okay, and I know there's...
Sorry, okay. With the middle school. I love that incentive with the tickets and the raffles, and that actually was an idea from Mrs. Schofield here to, is there a way that we could encourage students to come to the night events and parents to the night events by giving them, you know, an incentive like that? That actually was from her, not me. But I love that idea to give them incentives. So maybe we could, I don't know, talk about that at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
For every school.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've done things in the past where if you show up, you get a ticket. Maybe it's like Bourne swag, like the school store is so cool. Yeah, we can for sure think about that. We are doing like exit surveys and exit tickets, so we do know who has come to our events, so we would have that information.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. So we have a little bit more in the superintendent's report. The next one is the transition activities. And then we'll also ask if we can take the middle school field trips a little earlier in the agenda. Okay, great. So as you know, we're keeping a running list of all of the transition activities. You just heard, you know, a lot of them concerning 7th grade. We are trying to message that out to the specific parents of the students, but we have just so many things going on. So same buckets of topics. So our ESP staff preference survey will close next week. We are actively promoting our vacancies, and the hiring process is underway for all of those different positions that are out there. As you know, with budgeting, we had our town presentation on Monday, and then we'll be anticipating the spring town meeting. We always are appreciative of our town for supporting our schools in such a big way. If you haven't seen some of the hallways here at the high school, the hallways have been brightened up with some brand new paint. Our maintenance staff is doing an amazing job, so we're thankful for that. And we're continuing our furniture and moving plan for all of our schools. So for all of the teachers who are tuned in case there's any of them, we are pulling together a whole plan for boxes and where you would put them, and you know, we don't want you to have any concerns about having boxes and the whole moving process. You won't be physically moving any of the boxes. Our custodial maintenance staff will. So you'll get all of that information super soon, and everyone will know their room assignments before April break. Those are important things for people to know. So it will depend on the school and what have you, but everyone will know that well in advance, and all of the days that they'll be packing and moving. We're still in our discussion with champions for our pre-K expansion. There's been several meetings involving Mrs. Donahue and also Mrs. Carpenito. There's also been site visits to schools who have, we'll call them, you know, vendor programs in their school, and so they'll bring all of that together soon and also have more meetings with our current pre-K staff. So it's in process. We have just finished developing an FAQ document for all schools, so frequently asked questions, that will be on our website by the end of this week. This document is, you know, questions that parents may be having, questions that students may be having, and it's a live document that we'll keep adding to. So that will go on our website really soon. And hopefully, if people can't make these great transition evening events, they'll be able to just go to the website and get their questions answered. The events that we held recently, we had a 11th and 12th grade listening session that was wonderful to hear from our kind of older students, as, you know, if there was anything they would want to change, what would it be, you know, how, when they were in a 7th and 8th grade, what were the things on their mind, and so they were really great with some good ideas. And then, as we said, I believe it was last night, we had our Rising 8th Grade Welcome and Info Night. It was a really great turnout. I want to especially thank the administrators who planned the event and almost all of our 8th grade team of teachers who showed up and were part of the discussions that night. All right, as you can see, our future events, as our principal said, there are many because our intent is to make sure that all of our students feel comfortable about the transition, all of our parents, all of our staff. So you can see there's welcome and info nights for students rising up to the middle school, rising up to the high school. We have these town hall meetings, and that's basically full grade level meetings where students will submit their questions ahead of time, and we'll have a panel of teachers and myself and also the next level up students. So, you know, if you're going up to the high school, we'll have some high school students that you can talk to. If you're going to the middle school, you'll be able to hear directly from middle school students. That was an idea that actually came out of the listening session. And then we'll have our step-up days, where those are when students actually go to the next school, they get tours, they meet their teachers. These are things that we do anyway, but we're doing it in a big way this year because there's 2 grades going up at the same time. And then all throughout the entire summer, we don't even have the summer listed here, there are many, many other events that are for team building. So we'll keep this document live and active. Before I move on to teaching and learning, are there any questions about the transition? I know you just had a great question, and Dr. McGuire was able to answer it.
So for the teachers, the 8th grade teachers packing their rooms, are they going to get extra time to do that, or? Okay, thank you.
So all of that will be outlined really soon. I believe certain teams, have already asked these questions and we've answered. But basically, we've set aside the half day before Memorial Day weekend, which is a day of no school for students. So it's a PD day and a half day of packing, so people can get a jump start. We'll be able to probably provide some release time before the end of the school, and then for the unpacking, because we give them 2 days. 2 days are given, definitely, if you're packing up your whole room and unpacking your whole room. We'll try to put some more time in there too, but on the flip side, we normally have a professional development day as the very first day when teachers come back, and instead for this year only, we're making that an unpacking help your neighbor day. So we want to make sure that everyone has all the time that they need to really make those classrooms spruced up and all that. Like I said, everything will be moved physically for them. It'll just be the unpacking and the, really making the space your own. So, yeah. And just like any other normal school year, when those spaces are cleaned, when the floors are waxed, when everything is done in that space, the administrative assistants will put out emails and say, okay, the building is open for such and such grade level to come if you want to come early. There are some teachers that spend a lot of time on their rooms. We appreciate them, and we will open it early when we can. So, all right, so let's move into the teaching and learning update.
Good evening. I'm going to start by asking Principal Sloboda back to the mic. She is going to give you a quick overview of the revised Bourne Middle School Program of Studies. This was shared at Curriculum Subcommittee. It is not for a vote. This is really, the Middle School Program of Studies does not need to be voted by the school committee, but just shared as an update to you.
Okay. So, yes, thank you. So, major changes in the Middle School Program of Studies is the addition of grade 5, new to our school, and then we obviously removed grade 8. I worked with both Noelle and Lisa to really align the middle school, because we're kind of right between both of them. So vertical with BIS and BHS. We're offering some new UA classes next year, which I'm really excited about, and we did update some course descriptions. Much is staying the same. We still have our MTSS model. We'll continue to use PowerSchool, grading, bell schedule, all of these things that you see. I know it's behind you. Do you also have it in front of you too? Yeah, okay. So much stays the same. Continued, what stays the same. So many of our UA classes are continuing. I know it's been a question. If 5th grade will get Spanish, yes. 5th grade will get a semester of Spanish, so it starts with exploratory. In 5th grade, introduction to Spanish in 6th grade and Spanish 1A and 7. And same thing, there's a continuum for many of our UA courses, which you can see here. We'll also continue with our math and literacy intervention classes. We're in the process right now of screening students for those to collect data. So what else is new? So page 2 is updated. As the new principal, I updated page 2. The school counseling department was called student services, but to me that's an umbrella term for special ed, school nurses, and school counseling, so we just renamed that school counseling and academic planning. As I said, grade 5 was added. We are using investigating history as a curriculum in our history courses, so we added that, and the new unified arts courses. So I am actually going to a DESE PD, I think next week, on digital literacy and AI. We are looking to bring that course to our middle school students. I'm also excited to say that we're adding a project, Lead the Way Computer Science for Innovators and Makers. My last district was a PLTW district. There are PLTW courses at the high school. They are high interest, hands-on, project-based learning for students. This also aligns with our pathways at the high school, so we're bringing this course next year. I would expect that you'll see us continue to grow that. We are also in alignment with Bourne High School, looking to add a My Career Planning and Academic Success seminar. So Jesse Clements and I wrote a grant, which we got, and I just posted for teachers to be part of the planning for this course. And the middle school has had a directed support class. We've renamed it Executive Function and Learning Skills. We are piloting some SEL curriculum that has specific explicit instruction around executive function, which many middle school students need support with, we're finding. So that is also a new course. Just a realignment of the special education continuum with the high school. We updated the ILC and OUT program description and renamed ELA intervention to literacy. So that's what's new. So this is an example of what a grade 5 student would have for unified arts. So grade 5 will follow the same bell schedule as the middle school does. And they'll have an opportunity to have 2 periods a day of UA courses. So if they choose band or chorus, that meets full year, and then you can see the other half-year courses that are an option for them. Students that don't take band or chorus will take a general music semester. Thanks. Grade 6, so we have more courses in grade 6. That includes our literacy lab, our math lab, again, recommendation only in our new executive function learning skills seminar and the MyCap seminar. And then grade 7, a little bit more choice for grade 7 students. If they are in Spanish 1A, that is a full year course and it meets every day, so they would have the option for 2 electives. The requirement is physical education. They have to take a semester of PE, and after that, they have choice. And that's the update. Does anyone have any questions about the program of studies?
Okay, so I'll ask you the same question. How are we preparing the 5th graders?
That's a great question. So both for the 4th and 5th graders, one of the things that we're doing actually before April break, we are working with our music company that does the instruments. So that is a big choice that 4th grade students are going to have to make that they haven't made before, and 5th grade. So we do have a plan to go down to BIS. Our music company is going to do a demo of all the instruments, and will support students in making a choice if they want to be in band or chorus. Other than that, our rising 5th grade and 6th grade students don't have much choice in the electives. I personally haven't been a middle school principal before. I think that all of our 5th graders should get a little bit of everything. They should all take an art, they should take a coding, they should take PE, and we've set up the schedule and they can figure out, I like this, maybe I don't like this, or I want to do more art when I get to 7th or 8th grade. So aside from the band or chorus, there's not much choice for our current 4th graders rising 5th. And the same thing for the 5th graders rising 6th. The one thing that we are working with, Christine, myself, Jesse, Lisa Dixon, Noel, are the intervention classes which students were identifying. So we have already started to do the data dig on that. But same thing, they have 4 core content classes, and then the 2 electives. And we'll do similar to what Lisa McGuire is doing for the current 7th and 8th grade. We'll do that with our 6th graders because they do have a little bit more choice when they get to be in 7th grade next year.
Thank you. And then, will they meet the guidance counselors, the uprising?
So we have a step-up day planned already. So we have a parent night next week where we'll talk about all of this with families so they know what to expect. And then we have a step-up day planned in early June where they will get to meet their teachers, their school counselor. Unlike the high school, our school counselors are grade-based, so they'll have the same counselor loop with them for the 3 years.
Okay. And then one last question. 5th grade, do they get any downtime, like walking on the track or any
So
outdoor
are you
activity?
talking about next year's 5th graders?
Yes.
Yeah. So the way the schedule works, every 5th grader will get recess every day. Having said that, our lunch is 30 minutes long, which is a really long time for students to sit. So we do take, so this year we have 2 lunches. We do take our 6th graders. So we have split lunch. Our first lunch is 6 and some of 7. Second lunch is 7 and some of 8. So either, if the weather's inclement, they go into the gym and they get an opportunity, like 10 or 15 minutes to kind of run around. So I think the way it will work with our 5th graders is they'll get that time during lunch, plus they also get recess every day.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay.
All right, thank you. We're really excited about these things. So we're going to do the rest of the teaching and learning update, and then we'd like to pull up the field trip next.
Perfect, thank you. So as you heard the principals say, we ended March with a successful administration of the ELA MCAS at BIS and BHS, with BMS coming next week. Thank you to everyone who supported just a smooth testing window, but also just all of the work leading up to testing day to ensure that our students were well prepared. And I also do just want to shout out our tech department because that is a big heavy lift for them. And I know that having Mr. Troy in the buildings was very helpful. And also, Chris, of course, you do quite a bit of work. So thank you so much for that. You can whoop. No. Thank you. On March 20th, we had the 4th day of our Inspired to Learn PD series this year. Our elementary educators attended their first session with Dr. Warnham. You might recall a secondary did that in January, focused on understanding and interrupting microaggressions, while our secondary educators had time to, again, back to some of this transition work, collaborate on curriculum and instruction and plan for grade level transitions. Feedback from the day was very positive, educators describing their experiences as engaging, productive, valuable. The participants really appreciated Dr. Warnham's presentation on bias, inclusion, and student relationships, and our secondary educators really expressed, again, for a time to collaborate, work on curriculum, etc. Suggestions continue to include some more time for collaboration, and we do have that built into May as well. And I think the staff has really expressed some appreciation for that opportunity to connect and to apply some of what they learned earlier in the year. So that was good. Our instructional council met this month with a primary focus on reviewing feedback from the January and March PD days. So we went over kind of what I just shared with you. We've also been developing a unit template. We have quite a bit of a lot of staff that is working, as Principal Sloboda mentioned, on unit development in through grant work in different areas. So they're writing units or lessons and they are getting stipended for that. So we are providing a unit template that mirrors our Atlas template so that if they're doing that work in Google Drive, it's in a shared format. So that was a nice kind of accomplishment to finish up, check off. And focus areas, future focus areas include strengthening systems for peer-driven professional development, developing a clear process for soliciting PD presenters from within our own staff, which is really always great to have our own staff sharing their expertise with each other, and establishing a streamlined system for requesting peer-to-peer classroom observations. And we will also prioritize refining induction materials for new staff to really sustain our current curriculum efforts so that when new staff come on board, they are receiving really streamlined information about what the curriculum practices are. Principal Sloboda mentioned a competitive grant that the middle school received, and I do just want to provide a quick grant update as we have had a few grants come through over the last month. I do just want to share, though, and remind that these grant funds, when we do receive competitive grant funds, they provide something over and above what we are typically able to provide through the budget. They are not to pay for something that's part of the baseline. They're really meant to supplement our work. And these grants all really are focused on professional development. So the middle school, they received a sizable multi-year grant from the 1-8 Foundation for investigating history, which is our social studies curriculum. That work supports curriculum materials, but really primarily it supports ongoing professional development for the teachers. This is going to allow us to bring the grade 5 staff into the investigating history loop. They're all going to receive training. We have some teachers that have received a smaller amount of training. They're going to go into the year 1 cohort, and then our teachers who have received extensive training already are going actually into a cohort for teachers who have already been practicing with investigating history, and they'll receive some higher level PD. So we're excited about that, and congratulations to Principal Sloboda and to Jesse Clements, who did the grant writing work on that. The middle school also received a 1-8 Project Lead the Way grant to support the new computer science course that Principal Sloboda was talking about. And again, that comes with professional development as well. And the high school also received a 1-8 Project Lead the Way grant, which will support professional development and then curriculum materials for the courses that are part of the new advanced manufacturing pathway. So it's all engineering coursework. But again, I really want to stress that it's not just the curriculum component, but it is the training that these teachers are receiving through this grant funding, some extensive professional development that would be challenging to provide within our regular budget structure. And then, of course, she just mentioned the MyCap planning grant. So that is supporting specifically curriculum writing stipends for teachers who are writing the curriculum for those MyCap courses that were mentioned in the program of studies. So congratulations to both BMS and BHS, and we're really excited for our teachers to be able to participate in that professional development. So that's it from me, and I'm going to ask, it's a middle school show here, I'm going to ask you to come back up and present your field trips.
Okay. So we have 2 overnight field trips coming up at the middle school, which I am so excited that Bourne Middle School does these trips. My children did Nature's Classroom in DC, and I still remember my Washington, D.C. trip when I was in 8th grade. So we'll talk about Nature's Classroom first. All right, so May 4th, 5th, and 6th, our students will be headed up to Swansea, New Hampshire. I put a little picture up there. It's just stunningly beautiful, 125 acres of lakefront trails. Students will stay in cabins. There are 2-person cabins, 4-person cabins, so we're working on that right now. There will be a round-trip coach bus to and from Bourne Middle School. 90 6th grade students are going, and we have 9 staff going. Mr. Lundell is going to be the admin accompanying the trip. And Nature's Classroom has a nurse on site, so they provide the nurse. The cost is $420 per student. And the purpose of the trip really is it's really experiential, hands-on learning. As you were saying with the grants, it's learning that's not possible during the school year. Students live and learn together in the Nature's Classroom community. So, and here's a little sample agenda of their 3-day sample schedule. Do you guys have any questions about Nature's Classroom?
Do you have scholarships for students if if they can't afford it, or how do you deal with that?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I would say yes, we do have the fundraiser that we do with the BMS Bingo Note, and I believe, Christine, you would probably know better than me, but I do think we also have some benefactors who will sponsor a student. I know for a fact we had an individual sponsor a student for our DC trip who really, really wanted to go and couldn't afford it.
Yeah, so I would say that is accurate, that with the fundraising, I believe, and I don't know if she did it differently, but in the past, we have looked at the guidance counselors have kind of looked at the whole list, and we've been able to reach out to families as we're aware that they might need. There is also a mechanism for them to let us know if they are in need, and we're generally able to bring the price down for families. They contribute a little, and then we're able to contribute. And then, yes, there's often, we have a couple of ongoing benefactors for the DC trip, and then sometimes people will step up and sponsor a student, which is really amazing. So.
And I think we did a SNAP fundraiser this year too. So we've done some fundraising to help offset the costs.
That's awesome. So the clothing, like outdoor clothing and boots, I wonder if some of the students have a need for that they could perhaps go into the DECA closet,
right?
To
That's
see
a great
if
idea.
they, just like like rain jackets or whatever. Yeah. So maybe that could be a possibility if somebody needed a little extra help.
Yeah, I will definitely let our counselors know that. I think
we'd have to ask Miss Maurice,
really,
of course. I'm
yeah,
not.
We're really hoping for good weather.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So, could I have a motion, please?
Nature's Classroom for the 6th grade for May 2026.
Okay, second. Okay, is there any discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Any abstentions? The motion passes. Thank you, everybody.
All right, and this is our 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C. They are going June 1st through the 4th. They will stay in a hotel. We have a round-trip coach bus from Bourne Middle School to and from all the activities. We're actually using an organization called Close Up to plan this trip for us. We have 102 students going, and actually I had a student ask me today if it was too late for him to sign up. So lots of interest, lots of students want to go. We have 10 staff. Mr. Lundell is that admin on site, and our nurse plan, we are happy that Dr. Claire Buckley is chaperoning the trip this year. So she's going. That is a more expensive program. It's $1,170 per student. So how it relates to school and the curriculum, the essential question is how can our understanding of history and government help us to take an active role in our communities and our nation? That is really what the students in our 8th grade civics class are doing this year. They're doing their civic action project. So they'll explore DC, they'll talk about current events, they'll meet with members of Congress, go to Capitol Hill, and they'll visit all the monuments, memorials, and museums. And I did include a sample schedule on the next page of what the 4 days will look like for the students when they're in DC. So any questions about that trip?
I think the same too, the financial end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect, okay, thank you. All righty, is there a motion? There you go.
Yep. Move to approve the Washington, D.C. trip for June 2026.
There's a second?
Second that.
All right. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Any abstentions? The motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you,
all very
everybody.
much. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Laboda.
All right, thanks for hanging with us for that. Now we'll continue on with our budget and facilities update. Mr. Geist?
Woo, woo. I just have a quick update. The Jackson Field bleacher project is going up this week with some preliminary temporary fencing going up with full mobilization scheduled for this coming Monday. This project includes the demolition, removal, and replacement of the home side bleachers. And just to note to everyone that there will still be access to the track and the field during the duration of this project. And in addition, the middle school roof project with the MSBA is underway. If all goes well, we anticipate construction during the summer of 2027. And that is all I have for you tonight.
All right, a technology update.
Woo, woo. Go Tech.
Give me the microphone. Good evening, everyone. So the technology department has been busy planning for our summer projects, including the move up of one grade across each school. There is certainly a lot to think about with all the software and curriculum programs we use across the district and all the technology hardware, including our one-to-one Chromebook program and numerous classroom technology devices. We're meeting with teachers, answering their questions, and just preparing for the logistical movement of data across the buildings. Continuing to work with vendors on proposals for the school security capital outlay article being considered for the Springtown meeting, trying to finalize all the information on that if that were to pass. Earlier, sometime mid-March, I had the opportunity to attend the Massachusetts Chief Technology Officer Clinic in Marlborough over a 2-day period. Over 400 technology professionals from the K-12 public school sector. We come together, attend PD opportunities. There are presentations from cybersecurity experts, law firms who presented on FERPA, the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, along with data compliance laws. The Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education presented on state data reporting, and many other classes that were held on technology instruction and integration. Finally, we had 2 great days of filming that took place here at Bourne High School for our promotional video that's coming up. We had 3 students from Bourne High School that worked with students from the Dartmouth High School television media program to help film the interviews and gather B-roll footage. It's currently in the editing process, and we hope to have it ready for the May school committee meeting. It was a great opportunity for our students to work with Dartmouth High School students who are in the media program there, and just try to gather some interest in television media production with the fact that Bourne Television is here in this building. You know, I think it would be a great opportunity at some point to maybe collaborate with them, at the very least maybe start some kind of after-school program if there's enough interest. So that's all I have. Thank you. Any questions? Yeah, good question. So we run a one-to-one program. So in Bournedale and Bourne Intermediate School, those devices stay in the buildings, in the classrooms. There's carts in each classroom. So those do not go home, unless there's obviously a need. If there's not a device access at the house, we certainly can make arrangements for those devices to go home. But however, at the middle school and the high school, the one-to-one devices are assigned to the student, and they take them home from day to day. Does that answer your question? Yes. You're welcome. Woo woo.
Thank you. Special education certainly has had its own version of March Madness. The department has been very busy with completing the required meetings and assessments for students. Currently, we have approximately 340 students across the district who are serviced with IEPs. So even though we strive to space the meetings throughout the year, a majority of them still fall during the spring season. The nice part for me is that being part of those, the discussions reflect on the progress our students have made since the fall. But our primary areas of need continue to be for students with specific learning disabilities, autism, and health. Kate Hartley and I continue to conduct site visits for our students in out-of-district placements as well. In addition, we've started the staff recruitment process for our extended school year program. Staff have been dedicated to piloting data collection forms, completing a data collection form this year to ensure that the data being collected offers what we need for the qualifying students to help minimize the regression of skill. Around mid-April, for students that qualify, parents will be asked to complete a confirmation form so we can align classroom assignments and transportation needs. And we will continue to offer our 4-day program as well as a tutoring option for students. I also attended a state conference for special education directors where there was continued discussion regarding developing collaborative relationships with the Department of Children and Families, district requirements regarding program reviews, and strategy compliance regarding the new 5-day rule. These conversations are going to continue at the DESE statewide meeting on April 15th. So more to come. Thank you.
Woo, woo.
So to close out the superintendent's report, it has been a busy month. March was really busy. In April, it kind of just really just starts to roll right till the end of the year, which will be a little longer this year, but that's okay. I again wanted to echo what some of my colleagues said. We want to thank our ESPs, education support professionals, because they are amazing. They show up for our kids every day, and I don't think we can thank them enough. And also, as many of you know, we had a little bit of traffic on Monday, which sometimes happens around Bourne from time to time, and our bus drivers and our transportation coordinator, Sue Downing, were all amazing at making sure our kids got here safely and as close to school start time as possible. So that concludes my report.
Thank you, Dr. Joe and team. I would also like to say a special thank you to all of the teachers with this new transition and grade up. You guys have done an amazing job. You're doing an amazing job, and we really appreciate it, so thank you. School committee, subcommittee, and district reports. Curriculum subcommittee.
We meet tomorrow. Our last meeting, we discussed the middle school program of studies, which was whenever earlier today.
Thank you. Policy subcommittee, we did not meet this month. We're going to meet next month. Budget and facilities subcommittee.
We'll be meeting April 17th.
Thank you. Special Education Parent Advisory Council, CPAC. Anybody? Oh, you, Rachel? Okay, thank you. And that parent meeting, is that Zoom or is that in person? Zoom. Perfect. Thank you, Mrs. Donahue. All right, Cape Cod Collaborative, Miss Carrie.
So our next meeting is actually next Wednesday, April 8th. The last meeting, I kind of did an overview. I was away. I was in Florida at the time.
Right.
But really, they're just making good progress with filling all the positions. Transportation still seems to be, a struggle for them, but they gave praise to Bourne and a couple of other towns for really kind of stepping up and, helping to make sure that we can get everybody there on time. So
Nice.
a lot of work.
Great. That's great. Thank you, Carrie. The District Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging Committee.
Jesse shared an update. The DEIB committee met in March again with Dr. Warnham to begin important work focused on how the committee can best support and positively impact our district. The committee will meet again on April 28th in a virtual meeting beginning at 3:45. March was Women's History Month. The committee had a Women in Space table at the very successful STEAMposium. And April is Arab American History Month. As always, teachers and librarians throughout the district highlight the importance of each month and identify age-appropriate ways to provide students with meaningful learning opportunities and access to resources.
And we have an all-woman board here for school committee. How about District Technology Committee? April 9th, you'll be? Okay. Oh, that's okay. The 9th is great. Thank you. Sure. District School Wellness Advisory Committee. SWAC? Oh, you did? Okay, one more? Great. All right, that takes care of our subcommittees. Thank you, everybody. Discussion items, I think we're okay. Do you guys have anything to chat about, or? Sure.
Just wondering if there's any preliminary plans or discussion as to getting kids to school on the buses, coming over the bridges to and fro, with the notice that we've just gotten with the bridge construction, April 27th to May 20th.
Good question. I'll pass this over to Mr. Geist.
Sure, they're asking about any preliminary planning with a notice that was just given recently about bridge construction. So they're wondering if we have any plans in that regard.
About the one lane on. At this time, no, we don't. If we have to make adjustments on the fly, we will make adjustments on the fly. You know, traffic is traffic, and sometimes roads are shut down and we have to make adjustments, and sometimes the bridges get down to one lane. So we're going to see how bad it is this year. It's for a month. Yippee. Woo, woo.
So you'll just play it by ear then? Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, just to reiterate, so again, I've been here for 6 years and we've been through this quite a few times. And so we watch it the first day or two, we make adjustments, we send out information if we need to change times. You just never know from episode to episode how bad it will be. So we kind of have to see what's going on. And our partners at the Bourne Police have been amazing. In the past, they've helped us, get through some of that traffic. They've helped our buses back out onto our main road. So we kind of have a playbook of levers we can pull if we need to, but we kind of need to see how bad it will be first. Yep.
And the high schoolers too, for the drivers, they give them good leeway. Yes, we do, yes.
At the building level, they usually will adjust attendance so that it aligns with like when the last bus comes in. So for high school drivers, they have a little bit of grace, but just the same amount the buses get.
Yes, I have to.
If you're late and you show up with your dunks, then it usually doesn't fly. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. No, the administrative team at the high school is very good about that. All righty. Any other questions? That was a great question. Thank you. We're all looking forward to that traffic. All right, future agenda items. Did everybody? Oh, we have to do 2 votes. Yes. Okay. So vote to approve warrants and payroll. Did everybody have a chance to take a look-see at that? All right. Second. All right. Thank you, Kendallin. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Any abstentions? The motion passes unanimously. Vote to approve regular session meeting minutes of February 4th and March 4th. Okay, is there a second? All righty. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Any abstentions? The motion passes unanimously. And thank you, Jess Mormon, for all of your great notes. Future agenda items. Do you want me to read them or do you? No? Okay. If there's any additional items, anybody? All righty. All right. Is there a motion to adjourn? All right. Is there a second? Any discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Any abstentions? The motion passes unanimously. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in this evening as well.